Hey, we're here with Mitch Hannahs. Indiana State beat Missouri State 4-2 today to sweep the Bears this weekend. Mitch, if last weekend was the worst case scenario, this weekend was probably the best case scenario with the sweep. You guys gained 2 games in the standings as well. Good weekend for you.
Well, it's what I just told our club. You go back to, I felt like Dane Giesler got the big hit Friday night late in that first game, and it lifted the weight that we carried around from that Dallas Baptist series. You know, when you go through something like that, you wonder what's going to happen next. And we needed to get past that, and to get the pitching we got today on day 3 of the series was something that we haven't gotten all year in terms of 3 decent starts. And so it was really helpful to get those guys out there. I thought Weston Rivers did a great job. Ethan Larison was great again out of the bullpen, and Jeremy McKinney has really blossomed into a really good lockdown guy for us on the backside.
Clay Duncan was put in a situation today that, you know, kind of a test of his being a freshman. They walked a guy to get to him, left a right-hander in to face him, and he made him pay. You know, that's kind of what you want to see, a freshman pass that test, and he was able to do it in the 6th inning.
Yeah, but I just had to talk with him. He also ran us into an out there in the other inning. I think 43 games into the year, there's really no such thing as freshmen anymore. A lot of these guys have been playing a lot. Clay's a very good hitter. He's really matured the last couple of weeks. You know, they got him out for a few weeks, getting him to chase and expand the zone, but he did a great job of making the guy throw to the zone in that situation and getting a pitch to hit and just not trying to do too much with it.
You talked about Ethan Larison, and maybe this weekend you found your guy to bridge the gap between your starting staff and your bullpen. I know you want to pitch Greg Kuhlman a little bit more too as the season concludes, but really encouraging stuff from Ethan this weekend to give you, I think, what it ended up, 6 innings of relief, I think, between the 2 outings. Excellent stuff from him.
Well, I know today that he's been, his stuff hasn't been as good 2 days after. We've used him on Friday nights. Sundays he's been a little flatter, and that's something he's worked on the last couple of weeks as well to make sure he really stays back and stays on top and drives the ball downhill on Sunday when he's a little tired and not as fresh as he was Friday night. And that's what I really liked about his stuff today. Not only was he driving the fastball downhill, he was locating it in and out, and he was throwing a very good changeup at times to really neutralize their left-handed bats.
Now the test comes on the road. You guys haven't played on the road other than midweek games for quite a long time. 2 Valley series on the road. It's never easy to go to Wichita State to start things, and but it's a good thing to take some confidence on the road after a conference sweep.
Well, I'm just glad we finally played a very good series at home. It seems like we've played better on the road here most of the year than we have at home at times. So the road's not something you spend that first month and a half on the road of any season. So these guys have been on the road. They've been in places like North Carolina State and Oklahoma State that are difficult places to play. And I think the bottom line, we got to go in and do the things that we did this weekend in terms of throwing strikes and picking it up and getting some timely hitting.
All right, sounds good, Mitch. I appreciate it.
Thanks.